revved up like a falcon that enjoys go-kart driving. Yeah! Come on, Falcon, we can do this. Pedal to the metal. Use those talons to hit the brake. Just joking. We want the accelerator. Ah! Whoa, we gotta pump the brakes for a second. My name is Mr. Goodie Grammar, and not only am I providing you with, closed course driving, but I'm also providing you with all your English grammar needs. Let's get it started.
But before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe button and download the free guided notes in the description box below. The guided notes and episodes have matching badges to indicate each section, so you can follow along with ease. Also, during each episode, underline any text that appears in red or a bold font to identify key words and concepts. It's the shopping list that your mom always forgot to take to the grocery store. Whoa!
Honey. But before we get into our shipment for today, I think it's time that we start with a little basket breaker.
Uh-oh.
For this week's basket breaker, the question is, what is the most ridiculous, request that you have ever made? What is the craziest thing that you have ever requested? I've made a lot of ridiculous requests over the years. However, I would have to say that the craziest request I've ever made is when I instructed my cat to hack into Chipotle's mainframe. Come on, Kitty Cup, faster, faster. Oh my gosh, will we ever get the carne asada burritos? Who knows? Control F, find it. In fact, I hope that you requested our new shipment for today. It's imperative sentences! Yeah!
Oh my gosh!
So now that we know what we're diving into, let's go ahead and drink up some radioactive waste.
3, 2, 1.
And whoa, just as a quick reminder, keep in mind that there are 4 different types of sentences. There are declarative sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. And today, we're going to talk about one of those particular types. But also, make sure not to forget that there are only 3 punctuation marks with which to end a sentence. You can end a sentence with either a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Whoa! And today, we're going to be talking all about imperative sentences. In order to understand an imperative sentence, we first need to understand the word imperative. As defined, imperative is an adjective that means giving an authoritative command. You do this. Now, how does that play into a sentence? An imperative sentence makes a request or a demand. Additionally, it usually ends in a period. However, it can end in an exclamation point under certain circumstances, which we'll talk about. Example, please take the subway. The sentence, please take the subway, makes a request. Therefore, it's an example of an imperative sentence. The speaker is requesting that the audience takes the subway. Example, I need you to run immediately. There's a squirrel! This sentence is not only great cardio, but also a command. The speaker is commanding that the audience runs immediately. So, it's an example of an imperative sentence. Example, Billy, go to your room. Billy, such a rapscallion. Word of the week. Once again, this is an example of an imperative sentence because the speaker is commanding Billy to go to his room. Billy, what'd you do? Example, make sure you packed your didgeridoo for the camping trip. Play it loud, play it proud, play it loud, play it proud. Crushed it. This is an example of an imperative sentence because the speaker is going, make sure you have packed your didgeridoo for the camping trip. It's a reminder, a command, a request. We can take a lot from it. Well, it looks like we unpacked all of those imperative sentences. So I think it's time that we ask for some employee assistance.
We need some employee assistance.
In this section, you will be given different sentences. Read each sentence carefully and determine if it's an example of an imperative sentence. You ready? Identify those imperative sentences. Question. Please be quiet. Is this an example of an imperative sentence? Answer. Of course this is an example of an imperative sentence because it makes a request. Please be quiet. Someone is asking another person or another group to quiet it down. But it's not as intense as, be quiet. So this is an example of an imperative sentence. Question. Have fun saying this one. What is your favorite breed of bird? Waka! Ah-ah! Let me know if this is an imperative sentence. Answer. No way! This is not an example of an imperative sentence. Why? For starters, it ends with a question mark. So we know that it will be a question rather than a request or a command. Therefore, it is not an imperative sentence. Shucks. Example. Don't eat all the bananas. Ugh. Although this is an example of gluttony, is it an example of an imperative sentence? Huh. What do you think? Answer. This is an imperative sentence. Why? It is making a command. Ah! Don't eat all the bananas. That is telling the chimpanzee/gorilla in this case to not eat all the bananas. I'm hungry. And it ends with an exclamation point, which can be indicative of an imperative sentence. So the answer is yes, correct. Don't eat all the bananas is an example of an imperative sentence. Example. Why do my nightmares always become a reality? I'm spiraling into insanity. No more dreams about the squirrel. The evil squirrel. Is this an example of an imperative sentence? Let's find out. Answer. This is not an imperative sentence. It ends with a question mark, so it's asking a question rather than making a command or a request. So it is not an imperative sentence. Example. Mr. Goodie Grammar looks like Jude Law lost in a canyon. Whoa, where am I? Oh, this is why I don't go out into nature. Is this an example of an imperative sentence? Unfortunately, this is not an imperative sentence. It's just making a statement, saying, Mr. Goodie Grammar got lost in a canyon. Sad. And it's not an imperative sentence. It's a declarative. Wow, you did a lot of incredible practice. So we need to put that to the test with a little IEL check.
Let's go.
For this week's IEL check, what I want you to do is write 2 original examples of an imperative sentence. And then, boop, put it into the comment section. If it makes us laugh and it gives 2 correct examples of an imperative sentence, we'll go ahead and give you a shout out in an upcoming episode. And if you struggle with this concept, pooey, don't worry about it. Keep in mind, learning new concepts takes time and practice. And we're here to help you every step of the way. While you're starting on that, I guess we gotta go and check out.
Can't get enough general grammar? Make sure to sign up on www.mrgoodiegrammar.com to become a grammar goodie. There, you'll receive extended episodes, guided notes, worksheets, PowerPoints, quizzes, and so much more. Also, follow us doing Whoa Wednesday live streams on Facebook, random dances on TikTok, and handing out grammar challenges on Instagram. With all these resources, you can't help but have the best time learning about English grammar. Whoa!
Well, grammar goodies, I think it is imperative that I go back into the canyon to find the correct way to traverse through it. My name is Mr. Goodie Grammar. Thank you so much for dropping by General Grammar. And come in anytime. I'll see ya.